Hi everyone, welcome to week 3 of Art with Nicole, learning from home. I loved all your beautiful poppies last week. They looked fantastic. I loved seeing them on Seesaw as you were creating them. This week our artwork is inspired by the beautiful autumn leaves around us at the moment in our gorgeous little town. I hope you've been out exploring some of the leaves. You can look at the different types of leaves and the beautiful colours and shapes that you can find in autumn leaves at the moment. So much fun. Okay, so this week we're going to create a lovely artwork by drawing a autumn leaf and filling it with some really interesting patterns. Okay. The materials we need today for our art lesson. We have got our white piece of A4 paper out of our art pack. We've got our line and pattern guide that was also in our art pack. We've got a grey lead pencil, eraser, a fine liner, or you could also use a black marker, anything you've got in regards to that for our lines. We've got then for later on for colouring, we've got our pencils and we've got textures. Whatever you've got, it's up to you, doesn't matter. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, we're going to have a little look at the leaves, a couple of leaves here that I've got. We have got these lovely autumn leaves. We're going to draw a rather big autumn leaf on our page, but what I wanted to have a look at is that most autumn leaves have got these sort of jagged, wavy edges. So we're going to try and get a bit of a big leaf with wavy edges. Okay, so we're going to get our grey lead. I'm going to use a black marker straight away because you can see it better on the video, and but you can use grey lead. Do it in grey lead first, and then you can go over it with marker or your texter, whatever you've got. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line sort of from this corner of the page to this corner of my page. I'm going to think about that with my finger first. I'm going to use my drawing finger and draw the line. It doesn't have to be straight, it can be slightly curved because a lot of lines on leaves, let's have a look at this one, are sort of curved. So let's not, this one has got a great curve. I might use this as our guide. So we've got a slightly curved leaf line. So I'm going to start like that. Nice line. Then I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to start it at the end of that line, and I'm going to come up a little bit. It's going to go from there around to here. Okay, and remember we're going for an autumn leaf, so there's sort of jagged edges. Okay, and it come back into that point there. Then all I need to do is match similar on the other side, but does not have to be exact, because in nature nothing is perfect. So now we've got a great outline of our leaf, and all we need to do now is break it up in sections. So I'm going to come out from the middle stem and do a slightly curved line out to the outer edge. Now, depending on how many sections you create will be how many different patterns you need to create. If you do a lot of sections, you'll need to do lots of patterns, but it's up to you. Okay, I've matched my lines, but they don't have to be matched. Now time to do some patterns to decorate my beautiful leaf. Now I've given you this for inspiration, for examples, for ideas. I'd love you to come up with lots of different ideas yourself and different patterns. One thought I have is a good idea is to think about upgrading your pattern. So starting off maybe with a simple zigzag, but adding another pattern to it. See how you go. So I'm going to keep going here, creating patterns on my page. And when I come back, I'll have finished. Okay, I've been working really hard getting my patterns done. I've got some simple straight lines, simple dots, broken lines. I've got spirals, triangles, crossed lines, rainbow lines, wavy lines, cross hatching lines, which is 3 lines one way, 3 lines the other way, dots, cross hatch with dots, and squares. There's so many different patterns. I'd love to see different ones from you. Now, it's your decision on what you can do next. If you'd like to leave it black and white, that's completely up to you. Or you might be interested in adding texture colour or doing your patterns in texture. You can do that too. Or you can do things like colouring in with pencils. I took a copy of mine and coloured in with pencils to show you. So there's lots of different options you can do with your beautiful leaf pattern work. Try and get excited and inspired by patterns, looking at our beautiful leaves in our town that we have at the moment. Lots of beautiful colour. So enjoy, have a go at doing our beautiful artwork today. Can't wait to see what you do. Bye.